Alright, hey guys, this is Inversify here, and we're bringing the quarterfinals of the CSML. We're going against Zwoops, who rightfully destroyed us in the regular season. It was pretty terrible, but yeah, we're gonna see if we have better luck this time. Team's pretty interesting. I was really hoping she didn't bring Bruxish. I don't even know how to say that mon's name. But yeah, that thing's not great. Yeah. So anyways, in terms of leads, leading Landorus is probably just the best lead overall because I can just U-turn out of a bad matchup. I'm thinking that Latios definitely could be scarfed to try and outsee my Sneasel, which would otherwise do pretty well against it. Other than that, it doesn't look like any scarfers or anything. Yeah. In terms of possible leads, Infernape is obviously just likely because it's very good in this matchup. Latios, if it's Scarf, is definitely also likely. Rhyperior is likely, maybe to get rocks or something. I don't know. I feel like Landorus kind of leads off well against all of them. And if I'm in a bad matchup, I could just U-turn out. It would, I don't know, it's not ideal if she leads Ferrothorn, because I do lack a fighting move, but she'll probably be scared of a fighting move if I do lead Landorus and she has Ferrothorn out, so my lack of a fighting move might not hurt me that much in that aspect. So I think Landorus is just a fine lead. As she is going to end up leading off with the Ferrothorn. So, not great. Now, I have a choice here of whether I want to U-turn out and reveal that I'm fully physical, or just hard switch. Hard switching into Gligar is probably a decent play. U-turning could definitely provide a lot of momentum should she choose to switch. Because obviously the threat of me having a fighting move is apparent. I'm just gonna calc some stuff real quick. How much a left fighting move would do to a Ferrothorn. So she definitely will live any hit from a any kind of Landorus, barring like if she's fully physically defensive and I'm specs modest, which is I'd still have to land a Focus Blast. So the question is getting the chip on Ferrothorn really worth it to reveal my set and actually get chip off on me as well? And I don't think it is, so I'm just gonna hard switch into Gligar and see what she wants to do. She just sets up the Stealth Rocks, which is perfectly fine by me. So definitely another play here. I could just straight up defog, remove the hazards, and kind of go from there. I could get knockoff predicting. I think it's really between defog and knockoff, between what I want to do on this turn. The only thing knockoff doesn't really hit is like Clefable and Infernape. I really doubt she brings in Infernape on my Gligar. I think just knocking off is probably a better play. Just kind of to see what the item is. I'm going to guess it's a Rocky Helmet to try and get a lot of chip damage on my Mawile very quickly. But I think knockoff is just a good play in general. As she's actually an Occaberry, she's going to Leech Seed me. It's annoying, but it's not the biggest deal. I'm just going to defog away the rocks here. Getting the Occaberry off is nice, as we are somewhat weakened. Definitely. Alright. I kind of want to just roost here, but I also feel like a grass move could be coming to hit me on a roost. But yeah. I feel like just I'm gonna have to I'm not gonna be able to roost here. I wouldn't even be that close to full health anyway, since Toxic and Leech Seed. I think she's probably just gonna click Stealth Rock again. That's what I would do if I was her. I think I can just go into my Rapidash before she goes for rocks and not take any chip. Yeah, so she does just set up the Stealth Rocks again. And now I basically have a choice. I could just go straight for the Flare Blitz. I could go for a Mega Horn to hit Latios, or a Drill Run to hit Infernape or Rhyperior. She did bring like a ton of fire resists, so definitely pretty interesting. In terms of what moves this could go for that I wouldn't like, probably Thunder Wave is the only one that I'd really want to avoid. That would be complete taunt bait though, so I'm not really sure how likely it is that Thunder Wave is there. Drill Run does like nothing to our Rhyperior anyway, which is kind of sad. I don't know. I'll calc it, but Drill Run really doesn't do anything to Rhyperior. Yeah. Actually, Mega Horn does like exact same amount to Rhyperior because of Solid Rock. So I think Mega Horn is probably my play. I mean, it hits the Rhyperior for at least some damage, and it hits a Latios switch in pretty hard. As she is just going to go into the Rhyperior, which kind of sucks because I debated putting on HP Grass for this, just to kind of bop this. But yeah, I could just go into my Gligar here. I honestly don't know what moves Rhyperior gets because I'd never ever see it. But oh, it gets ice coverage. That sucks. That really sucks. Honestly, if I was her, I'd definitely go for an Avalanche here. Either an Avalanche or like a Mega Horn or something, protecting a switch. Yeah. I'm just gonna go Gligar. I don't know. I feel like Avalanche is kind of unlikely. If she goes for it, props to her. She goes for Toxic. So I'm definitely glad that I went into Gligar instead of Slowbro, which was the other mon that I was considering. I think this is an opportunity for me to just roost. I want to keep this thing healthy. Whew. Definitely putting some good pressure on my Gligar though. She reveals the Ice Punch. Not going to do too much because I roosted. So that's just annoying. Because it's looking like rocks are going to be up to stay. Which really sucks. Because I would like to get rid of them. But anyways. Another consideration is maybe like earthquaking here, just to get damage on Rhyperior to enable Rapidash do more stuff later. But Rapidash really doesn't like the Gligar sack anyway. I don't know. Rapidash doesn't really like the Gligar dead because that means no more defog. And Rapidash is the one that hates rocks. I think roosting one more time is fine. Alright. Going Ferrothorn. That's fine. I think I could spend one more turn out and defog here. She's just going to make a good play in Stealth Rock again. How much did Poison do to me? I was at what? Because I know she's going to Toxic here. So I guess Mawile is a decent switch. She could also Leech Seed, but I don't know. I think Mawile's a good switch. She is going to Leech Seed, which is fine. She might have Protect, which is annoying. So I think I'm going to double into Rapidash. Because her switch into Mawile, she doesn't really have one. Maybe it would be like Infernape or something. I don't know. I think just doubling into Rapidash here is a fine play. I think it's fairly likely that last move is Protect. It's actually Power Whip. So that's a weird play to me. I don't know. I don't really think that's good play. Because she could just lose her Ferrothorn there for basically nothing. So it looks like even she didn't like the play. But yeah, I think no need to over predict here. I'm just gonna go for a Flare Blitz and see what see how she responds. She's just gonna go right back into Rhyperior. And we're doing like no damage to that, which is not the greatest thing in the world. I think I'm going to go Slowbro here, predicting an Ice Punch. Ice Punch seems like the most likely play. She's actually just going to Toxic though, which I would have had to avoid anyway. But anyways, we're going to go right for the ballsy play and click Fire Blast, because I already know that Ferrothorn is coming in, as it does come in, and we do a good chunk to it. Alright, so that was probably the most obvious read of my life. Glad I didn't mess it up. It looks like she is like fully physically defensive, pretty much. I don't know. At least she doesn't have a ton of special defense investment. but like none of my other moves kill. I could go for Shadow Ball here, which is looking like it'll kill. Yeah. Oh, of course. See, I speed crept to outspeed this thing, but she speed crept me more, which really sucks. Alright, so I think this is gonna have to be the end of Slowbro, which really sucks because this was my Infernape answer, but honestly at this point it's just too low to do anything, and I'm gonna have to click Shadow Ball. I can't really let this thing set up a SD for free, because like, that would be bad. But yeah, I think yeah, I think probably Mawile is the play. I don't know whether she is Dazzling or Strong Jaw yet, but nothing else really likes this thing. So I think Mawile's the play, because I have nothing else. And we're just gonna play rough. Because I'm not gonna sucker punch a Dazzling Mon. I'm not that trash. Or at least potentially a Dazzling Mon. Yeah. As we're just gonna take out that Latios there. And now we're kind of screwed because the Infernape comes in and it picks one. So we're gonna have to pick Gligar on this one. Gligar, buddy, your time is up. But honestly, I'm very glad that she sacked the I'm very glad that she sacked the Latios, because it means she doesn't have an Earthquake switch in anymore, which is really nice for my Landorus. I think going Gligar is probably fine, unless I want to go Rapidash instead. I don't know. Rapidash kind of seems kind of useless because it'll be at like 13%, and yeah, I don't know. It also eats a. I just realized it has Flash Fire, so I guess that's probably fine. Punishment. What the? What the? All right, I can definitely say that I did not see that move coming. But yeah, this is definitely a chance to go into my Landorus and mess some things up with Earthquake. Should pick up a kill here. I don't know how well a Clefable takes my Earthquakes, but I can't imagine it takes it super well. Actually, it takes it pretty dang well. That really sucks. It's a 3-hit KO, but I definitely want to save some HP on this thing. I need to save it HP on Mawile. If only I was a real man and attacked. But nah, I need the HP on Mawile to deal with Bruxish. Although Porygon 2 might be able to eat a hit or something. I don't know. Porygon 2 is looking like fairly good in this scenario. Or I mean, and by fairly good I mean like fairly good as in the only use it has is to maybe eat a hit from Bruxish and then hit it back with like a tri attack, because that's all I have. But yeah, basically she either goes Clefable, alright, or she just goes Bruxish and does like nothing. And then we're good. We're Gucci. So, yeah. That's gonna do, that did quite a bit. It's pretty nice. She is, like, fairly bulky. But, I mean, I guess she doesn't really need speed for anything. I wonder how much an Aqua Jet. An Aqua Jet is doing, like, 55 max, which is actually super tempting for me to stay in. But, we're gonna check out Infernape and see how much it does with its priority moves, because I know I resist them. Oh, that's so tempting to stay in. It is so tempting to stay in. But then again, she's also probably adamant, considering that she's bulky. So, when I say Aqua Jet was doing 55 max, it means it's doing 60 max, which is less fun. I think Gligar has probably met its fate. And I hope she Aqua Jets and I live, because that would be great. 2 Life Orb hits. Whew. That's great. Wonderful. So now we're here. We're just going to click defog because, you know, why not? I have a chance to maybe get rocks up. Maybe. But yeah, she's going to die to Life Orb recoil. So that's cool. In terms of who has this game, I really don't know. But honestly, my Landorus is looking pretty clean. So I'm going to hope that's definitely going to be my win con. Clefable is the biggest stop to that, because it only gets 3 hit KO'd by my Earthquake. Yeah. Honestly, she might actually save this, which is actually something that I should consider. So I should actually Earthquake, because it's either damage on Clefable, which is nice, huge damage on Infernape, or big damage on Rhyperior. Alternatively, I could Roost. I could definitely Roost on a predicted Rhyperior switch, and then do something, and make... And then I could choose or something. I don't know. I think Earthquake is just the play. Because Roosting and then Earthquaking does nothing. Roosting, if she goes Infernape, kind of just sucks, because I didn't get off a free Earthquake. If she stays in, then I die. So all of this is irrelevant. And if she goes Clefable, which she does, Earthquake doing a solid 26. I actually lived, which I didn't know that I would live from Toxic. So, yeah, Roost was a terrible play. But anyways, we're definitely going to calc this damage. And hopefully she's not physically defensive. I'm going to pray. And it actually looks like she isn't physically defensive, which is really nice. I don't know. I'm getting some weird rolls. It looks like she has like some defense investment, but not 252 and bold. So like, yeah. It's looking like she has like just a little bit, you know, enough to take some hits, but really not that much. Maybe like 100 or so, and that would be a low roll. I don't know. So now I could defog. I think defogging is the play here. It's just generally the best idea. If she's faster than me, I'm going to be sad. But that would be some intense speed creeps. I guess she could be like speed creeping Gligar. And then I guess not. So yeah, she's going to take me out with a Moonblast, which I'm fine with. I can go Mega Mawile and basically pick up a kill here. As, you know, she's likely to sack Bruxish, which I'm kind of fine with. Wow, she's going to miss a Fire Blast, which really sucks. So she was super speedy, because I invested a ton of speed. That really sucks for her. Fire Blast. It's looking like it wouldn't have killed. Oh wow, she's Life Orb. Alright. So it would have killed. So that sucks. But honestly, it's looking like Landorus really would have put in work. Considering that she's not defensive Clefable. So obviously, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, that miss didn't matter at all. Because it obviously mattered. But, yeah. So here we could Sucker Punch. I guess in case of Sash, Infernape. Which is a weird set, but it could work, maybe. I don't know. The question is, Sucker Punch probably doesn't break a sub, but it actually does break a sub because, wow, that is power, so there's no reason for me not to click Sucker Punch. She's going to set up a Sword Stance. Alright, I'm going to Sucker Punch you again. Because Mach Punch still does like nothing at +6. Whew, my heart is beating. My heart is beating. So my only concern now is that Landorus doesn't actually OHKO Rhyperior, or kill Rhyperior from that range with one Earthquake, which could matter. But yeah. Because actually I feel like we go Porygon 2 here as she kills me. Then we go Landorus, pick up a kill. She goes Bruxish. I can go into Mega Mawile, eat any hit, and then win. So yeah, I think Porygon 2 is definitely the play. I mean, obviously, assuming that this isn't sashed, that's the play. If this thing is sashed, then I'm going to lose, basically, unless I Sucker Punch here. And if I Sucker Punch here, I think I still lose. Actually, no, I win if I Sucker Punch here, but I feel like Sash and Infernape is just not like that. It doesn't. It's not a set. That's not something she would run, is it? Oh my goodness. It's all mind games. It is all mind games. Oh, I'm just gonna take a chance and say that she's not sashed Infernape. And hopefully it doesn't bite me in the butt. Oh, please don't bite me in the butt. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, so we can... Well, it's not sashed. So I think I win? Question mark? I believe I win. Unless Infernape gets some crazy move that I don't know about. That's priority. And like, I don't know, Ice Shard and Infernape, you know. It's a tough set to beat. But yeah, I'm fairly certain I win. I'm just gonna hope and pray. I mean, I think I win. It could be Shookaberry on Rhyperior, which is the only way that I feel I lose at this point. But even then, do I really lose? Because, like... Alright, that's fine. Mach Punch is fine. I go Landorus, I Earthquake. I pick up a kill. She's likely to sack this because it's... I don't know if... Like, she doesn't really want to sack Bruxish because it has Aqua Jet. But I guess that could be the switch. Rhyperior is somewhat unlike... Rhyperior causes a 50-50, actually, which is a thing. So I feel like probably if she sacks Bruxish, but I can't even say that mon's name. I hate this. I hate it. I also can't spell it because I'm not used to typing X. But yeah, Bruxish. If she sacks that and goes Rhyperior, then it's kind of just a 50-50 as to who wins. It's gonna come down to, will she Ice Punch or Earthquake? And will I switch or stay in an Earthquake? So yeah. I'm definitely feeling like that Fire Blast miss really sucked. But, you know. Alright, yeah, so that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna sack the Bruxish. Makes sense. And so here we have a 50-50 to decide the game. This 50-50 decides the game. What do I do? 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 Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so close. Oh, it's a 50-50 on whether we win or not. Oh, Earthquake kills me. Or Earthquake kills Mawile. Ice Punch kills Landorus. And it's all in the head. It's all in the head. It is all in the head. So, you know, my season's gonna come down to a 50-50. And, you know, I'm that ballsy type that stays in and earthquakes, as she also earthquakes. Please. No! No! Alright. That's gonna be the season. Yep. That's gonna be my season. I mean, if I won, it would have been hacks. Came down to a 50-50 in the end that I lost. But, you know, that's the game. Unfortunate, but it's what it is. Definitely have to come back. Alright, yeah, I'll see you guys next season.